Anyway, our next guest, guys, I am so happy that we have our next guest coming up. You may know them from their Kickstarter earlier this year. You may also know them as the minds behind Space Happens. Please bring out Fake Geek Girl Productions, Nicole Keating and Mel Fox. That is the intended effect. Before it's like, turn the gas on, no one's getting out. And now it's just like, it's a nice area effect. And now you're like, they were gonna kill people. That's terrifying. Mel, Nicole, now that I have a smoke screen in front of us, Space Happens. It's started to be shot.
It started to happen.
It started, yes. Space specifically started to happen.
Yes, yeah. We are right in the middle of shooting right now. We have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work that we've done and a lot of work still to do. I don't sleep, as you can tell by my voice. But we're very excited about the product and we're very excited about the process too. So it's been a very rewarding experience.
Cool. So for those of us out there, I like to believe everybody knows about Space Happens. In my perfect world, it's like, yeah, it's that and, Avengers. Those are the two things everyone knows. Why don't you give our audience, what is Space Happens? What is Fake Geek Girl Productions?
Fake Geek Girl Productions started basically because of Space Happens. Space Happens is a web series that I've sort of been dreaming about in my imagination of imaginations, like that could never happen type stuff, for about like 7 years at this point. Yeah, I came up with it in college. And it was just one of those like pipe dreams, something that'll never happen. Maybe if one day I'm like super awesome and I have all of this disposable income and I can...
Well, I remember college too. That's exactly how I felt.
That's how, yeah.
One day when I'm awesome.
One day when I'm awesome, I'll be able to produce this thing and...
That day happened to be when we were drunk at a cast party?
I remember college.
Yes.
This wasn't college.
I remember last week.
But eventually I finally told all of the right people about this sort of stupid idea that I had, and enough people told me that no, it wasn't stupid, it was actually kind of cool and funny, and why don't we do it? So we've been working on the pre-production end since about November of last year, and then working on getting all of our locations, crew, all of the stuff that you actually need to make a movie.
You guys are going for
research, dramaturgy.
A rocket into space.
Of course.
Our main character is a stoner, so we might have done some research on that end as well.
What does that? Whoa! Sorry, there's a lot of smoking here.
DragonCouch knows what I'm talking about. Doing a lot of writing as well, and now we're like we said before, right in the middle of shooting. So long process, but still going.
Cool. Yeah. Yes. I mean, Star Wars is taking its time. You can take your time.
Yes.
So you were obviously the writer, the mastermind. I didn't see it. Mel, what's I know your character. Because I think your character looks badass.
Thank you.
What's going on with this lady?
I'm sitting on the floor there.
Yeah.
I can't see me. I play Scarlet Swingline, the pilot of the ship. In general, though, with Fake Geek Girl Productions, obviously Nicole's the mastermind, and I am her
puppet. Okay.
business counterpart.
Is anybody Game of Thrones fans?
What's that? What's Game of Thrones?
Game of
Thrones?
Thrones?
I don't know.
Mel is the hand of the king.
No, you're gonna die. You are going to die.
Space Happens is her swan song. So
we have a very.
She's prepared to die for the production.
We have a surprise. We have a guillotine. So look forward to that.
All right. Well, at least it's a quick death.
It's not a shark guillotine. Anyway, puppet, hand of the king, captain. What's So Space Happens follows these intrepid group of people.
Yes.
Is that janitor?
Yeah.
Captain?
Joy is
Captain?
our captain. She starts out as a everyman, as a janitor on the ship, and circumstances lead her to acquiring a ship of her own. And this entire first season is basically her learning curve on becoming a captain.
Oh, okay. So it's like when I went to college and they gave me freshman forgiveness.
Exactly.
You can take all your classes again, except now she might crash a spaceship.
Yeah, she does.
That's
But she gathers a crew of misfits that actually turns out to be the best people she could possibly ever find.
Into like circle of friends.
Yeah, definitely. Misfits that all are dysfunctional together. Definitely a huge circle of friends, and we just kind of all mesh together at some point. It's not obvious at first, but we'll get there.
So one thing that I think stands out is the name, Geek, Fake Geek Girl Productions.
Yeah.
Why that name?
It's a blog that I started right when that whole like fake geek girl meme came out. And the reason I started the blog is because I've been involved in performance my entire life, so I pay a lot of attention to my appearance. I read fashion magazines. I do all of like the traditional like girly stuff. And yet at heart, I'm like the nerdiest nerd ever. And so people look at me and say like, oh no, you are the quintessential like fake geek girl of like, nobody actually believes that you're doing this for yourself. People believe that you're doing it for other people, that you're doing it to show off, you're doing it to get guys, because apparently that's a thing. Yes, I can name every alien in the Mos Eisley Cantina. Don't you want to date me?
I can tell you from experience that doesn't work.
No, it's
Salacious Crumb, what the oh, that's not Mos Eisley, God, Aaron.
No, that's not Mos Eisley, but Salacious Crumb is one of my favorite Star Wars characters.
You and I have friends
He's
now, forever.
so cute. He looks like Sir Didymus from Labyrinth. I can't. He's so cute. He's so cute.
Sorry, it's just whenever I think of Labyrinth, I think like the main characters. Of course, you have Jennifer Connelly, you have a codpiece, and then of course you can have Sir Didymus right there, just hanging out to the side.
All of the Labyrinth characters are main characters in my mind, but yeah. So Fake Geek Girl Productions arises out of that, like, you see me, you look at me, people are like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you really like Star Wars, or are you just pretending because you think it's cool? And just sort of trying to subvert that stereotype and saying like, no, fuck you, it doesn't matter what you look like or what you do or what you're presenting to the world. You can still care about all the same shit. You can
Yeah,
still
like
care
what you
about the
like.
same stuff.
I listen to Taylor Swift, I'm proud. It's 1989, y'all. It's a pretty good album. I was gonna say, I think like the whole recent trend about I don't want to get too political, but it's bullshit. So I'm really happy to see a name like Fake Geek Girl Productions, because whenever I tell people like, oh, that's funny, because they're totally not. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly it. They're making their own thing. They're doing like, if someone were to look at this and say, oh yeah, she's just doing this for the attention. Yeah, you took 7 years. Just for the attention.
Just for the attention. Completely. All 7 years of my life so far have been focused on just getting
For this end game.
the long game, the long con.
Maybe people will like me now.
Maybe I'll be famous now.
Well, I really think, I've been saying a few years, Chicago has this amazing cadre of performers and startups and people that are really making it happen. Your Kickstarter was awesome. I just remember in the span of like a week, you guys went from like half your goal all the way over to the top,
Yeah.
and I mean, you guys are fucking doing it. Do you, so, do you have any tips?
I could give you a list of. I'm not even going to go into it now. But if you really want to talk about Kickstarter,
I've heard
Email
there's a Facebook that you can use to get content out to people.
Yeah, there's that
the
Facebook.
Facebook,
You can do
oh my
all
God,
that.
the Twitter.
What?
Twitter.
A what?
Twitter?
Twitter.
What is that?
Twitter.
Is that-
Instagram.
I don't know.
Oh, Instagram.
Instagram.
Oh, of course. My friend Elliot Serrano was telling me about the Instagram earlier. Of course, perfect.
I will teach you.
What is so what's the end goal? Is Fake Geek Girl Productions just sticking with Space Happens? Is there anything coming up? Like what is like
We have a 5-year plan.
What? We are doing this all wrong, apparently.
We started out with so many ideas that we needed to create like a 5-year business plan, basically just revolving around all of the programming that we want to do. Some things that we have on the docket are, obviously there's going to be at least one more season of Space Happens. We've got a couple of podcasts that we've been working on. One is called Lewd Tutors, that is about weird sex stuff that went on in the Renaissance.
Yeah, I'm all about
It starts from a very academic primary source place and then goes into a very comedic place. So that's a podcast that's on the docket. We also have an actual play podcast on the docket of getting groups of funny people together, playing role-playing games, recording it, and then editing the funniest parts for everybody to listen to.
I am just like, oh man, it's like I gotta brush my teeth before bed and that's tiring, and I hear this. Jesus, like you gotta talk to us because we are really not that organized. We're like, what's going on tomorrow? And we're faking it really, really well, apparently. Oh my god, it
Fake
sounds...
is in our name too. Fake is in our name too.
We have consulting rates if you want to.
I'm not kidding. I will probably take you up on that. It sounds so crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, so I know she's not up on stage right now,
Yeah.
but Dad,
Deborah.
I love these characters because they're crazy. Yeah, give a round of applause.
We also have Nathan playing Wayne sitting around us too in the Tom Baker scarf. Nathan!
Now, I believe you referred to him as a special title. I believe you referred to him as a specific title.
He's our token guy.
He's our token testosterone.
Token testicles?
Testosterone,
Yes.
yeah. Token testes.
Everybody, if there's one thing you take away from Geek Show, it's hashtag token testicles. I want to see that trending, and then follow them on Twitter
Yeah,
and
we're
Instagram.
Instagram.
Perfect. What is like going on with filming now? Because obviously we do a lot of filming.
Yeah.
What's the experience like now that you get to see your like baby on screen?
It's really insane. No, it's very exciting. It's one of those things that's so big that like if I actually sit back and think about it, I get really terrified. So instead of sitting back and thinking about it, I just like dive into the work and just like really get into the zone when I'm on set. The whole project is basically about me showing off my directing. And so I've really been diving into that director's mindset of how do we tell this story most effectively? How do we make people laugh but at the same time care about these characters? And so really just diving into the work has been exciting and terrifying and all of the best things I could possibly imagine.
Were you a theater major?
Does it show?
Oh man. These are the terms in my 4 years of theater school. Yeah. Oh boy.
And I haven't even sang any Rent songs yet, so.
Don't worry, I'll cover you. I'm really sorry. The singers get it. No, what's I just want to like erase that joke. I'm so sorry. Bad joke ticker 2. No, what's going on with the captain here? Like who is she? What is her relationship here?
Okay, so if we're looking at the folks up here right now, I'm just going to kind of point out everybody. Sitting on the ground right here is me. I'm Scarlett.
She points out herself first.
Because I'm in the foreground. Work with me here. Oh, I can see it better now. Okay, and then right next to me is Mildred. She's our security officer, played by Nicole. Just above them, looking very panicked, is Joy, the captain, played by Allison Grauer. To the side are Dr. Claire Hart, character named Janet. Her husband Wayne, our cook and token testosterone. To the other side, we have our android, Pauline, played by Sarah Tran.
I'm really happy a robot just has a human name.
Right.
Always makes me happy.
And last but not least is Barbara, our communications/munitions officer, played by Deborah.
I didn't know she was a munitions officer, but I think she's my favorite now. She looks like, it honestly looks like the teacher from Wayside School with a gun.
The thing about Barbara is she gets onto the ship thinking she's coming on as a munitions officer. But what they really said was communications.
Same thing.
It's the same, you know, communicating with missiles, you know, it happens. But one of the laugh lines with her is that she constantly misunderstands what's said. And so that's how she gets onto the ship, and that's kind of how some of the things happen during the
Kind of how
series.
space happens?
Yeah, that's how some of the space happens, yes.
Well, I believe you brought a clip from your early filming, and we're going to take a look. Guys, this is the first time.
Yeah, this is the
I-
first time.
This is the first time
This is the first time.
This is Comic-Con chips.
Stars can fly. There's a moment that is with me. Time can take a flight. The moment that is with me, everything's alright. Nighttime is the right time. We make love. This is the right time. We take off. My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 till 5, and then he takes another home again to find me waiting for him. My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 till 5, and then he takes another home again to find me waiting for him. He takes me to a movie, to a restaurant to go. Slow dancing, anything I want. Only when he's with me, I catch a light. Only when he gives me, makes me feel alright. My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 till 5, and then another home again to find me waiting for him. He takes me to a movie, to a restaurant to go. Slow dancing, anything I want. Only when he's with me, I catch a light. Only when he gives me, makes me feel alright. My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 till 5.
I'm assuming that Windows 95 was not part of this scene.
No.
You explained a lot about space travel recently, though. We're not funding NASA, we're just going to give them Windows XP.
Justice.
And we landed on a comment with that. Well, Nicole Mel, honestly, I've been such a fan ever since this project announced. It's a gigantic pleasure to have you guys on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that clip with us. And if you have questions about Space Happens, find these ladies after the show, ask them, well, like, where can you see it? Which is, where can you see this? When?
We are releasing sometime in December. The actual release date is secret for now until we actually solidify our world premiere location and date to be announced. So we're airing in December, and then all the way through February, I believe, we'll be releasing once a week. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on all of the social medias, and spacehappens.com, thefakegeekgirl.com. Fakegeekgirl.com doesn't lead you anywhere, I tried. Thefakegeekgirl.com will have all of the most updated information.
Cool. Well, we're so happy to have you. Everyone give a round of applause for Nicole and Mel. Space Happens. Coming to a computer screen near you. Thank you so much. Give a round of applause.